Good morning, beautiful, and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Charlene Town, and I share healthy habits and how to live a sustainable, healthy lifestyle that you actually love living. And if you're not new here, thank you so much for coming back. I love you so much. Today's video is an exciting one. Last week, I shared a video of how I eat 155 grams of protein using only whole foods. No protein powders, no protein in water, no bars, nothing, just whole foods. And not only did you guys love that video, but you guys asked me how. How do you get 155 grams of protein? How do you plan your meals? How do you shop for it? Like, how do you achieve this goal effortlessly and easily as someone who runs a company, has a family, has a daughter? Like, how do you do it while doing all of the things? So in today's video, I want to show you how I plan my meals, how I plan my grocery shopping, how I store all my food so that I just have food in the freezer, quick and easy meals that I can grab out. So if you guys are interested in content like that, how to make your life easier while eating high protein and navigating this life in perimenopause like this girl right here, then you're in the right place. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's jump into today's video. As you can tell, I am in my car. I am getting ready to run into Costco because this is where I start. I do Costco and Trader Joe's, and then my husband grabs like little specialty things from our local grocery store that we just can't live without. But I get all of my bulk meat and everything from Costco. The way I think about shopping, no matter where I'm going, is I want to focus on whole foods, things that do not come in packages. I think about eggs, protein, fruits, and vegetables, right? So you will see that reflected in my shopping cart today. I do need to pick up some coffee and some butter, you know, those kinds of things come in packages, but I think about whole food ingredients when I go shopping, and my main focus whenever I'm planning out meals is what protein are we eating? Like, I start with protein because for me, protein is the building block of the meal. My goal is to get between 30 and 50 grams of protein at every single meal. So with that being said, we've got to run in to Costco right now, so let's go. All right, you guys, we are back from running all the errands. I'm gonna show you all of the meat and how I divide it up super quick and super easy. Put some of it in the freezer, put some of it in the fridge, so some we can eat now and some we can have throughout the week, because that is one of the keys to my success, is making sure to have high quality proteins here in the house so that I don't have to go out and buy it every single day or be thinking about, oh my gosh, what do I have? I know what I have in my freezer. And then later on in this video, I'm gonna show you guys how I meal plan so that I can have ideas of food based around the proteins that I have in my freezer, so that throughout the week we can pull out the proteins that we need and make the recipes. So I want to show you guys quickly. The thing that I love about Costco so much is, one, it's more affordable here than it is at our local grocery store. I love supporting local, but it just got to a point where it was unsustainable for our family. Also, it comes pre-packaged. So these come pre-packaged in 1 pound increments. So I know I've got a pound of ground beef I can pull out and I can make whatever recipe I need. I just cut these up because you want to actually cut them up, because I have frozen them like this before and they actually all freeze together as a solid. So I do recommend actually cutting them up, but the chicken is exactly the same way. And I use 1 packet to make my chicken soup every week, and then we have 2 more to make other recipes, which I will share that with you guys in a minute. Normally we get some kind of steak, like like a tri-tip, flap steak, skirt steak, sometimes pork chops, you know, all that stuff. This week, Liv specifically asked for pot roast because it's been getting colder here. So I made sure to get 2 pot roasts. Let's see, how much is this? Like 5.5 pounds, which is perfect because typically when I make a pot roast for the 3 of us, I get like 3 to 4 pounds of meat so that we have leftovers and all that jazz. So I think we'll probably make this in the next couple days. So I'll keep one of them out to make a soup, and then I'll have another one in the freezer that I can make a bone broth soup out of. So that's perfect. So I've got 2 of these, and then I've got 3 packets of chicken and then 3 packets of ground beef. And then after I pick all my proteins, that's when I start to think about, well, what fruits, veggies, squashes, like what else do I want to add in? And I like to just keep a variety of different fruits and vegetables around the house. I know Liv loves grapes and watermelon and apples and bananas and bell peppers and carrots and cucumbers, right? So I try to keep all of those things in the house so that we have those foods to just grab as quick and easy snacks or additions to add to our meals. Whether we're gonna make a side salad, we're gonna steam up some zucchini or green beans. Maybe I'm making a curry and I wanna have, you know, butternut squash and bell peppers and carrots and zucchinis. Like I wanna make sure I have all those kinds of fruits and vegetables in the house so that I can just throw things together. Cause some days, you know, you're like, I can't think about what I wanna make. I just need to have the ingredients here so I can just throw it all in a pan, right? So I'm going to separate the meats right now. If you are thinking about doing this and you don't shop at Costco, I do recommend just getting a couple pounds of ground beef and then dividing it into 3 pounds. If you ask your butcher to separate it out for you, they will do that. So don't think that you have to do all that work yourself. And typically, if you're shopping at like a local grocery store like I do, I can ask them, can you separate my meat into separate packages based on the weight? And then they wrap it in like freezer safe paper. So you can just take those individually and put them straight in the freezer. Super quick, super easy. So I'm gonna unpack my groceries. I'm gonna wash all my fruits and veggies, and then we will come back together and I will show you how I meal prep and plan to set me up for success to hit my protein goals throughout the week. So all right, ladies, we've come to this part of the video where I want to share how I meal plan high protein meals that are quick, easy, and flexible. And if you guys need help building a plate, like how I build my plate to make sure that I hit my protein and my fats and my fiber goal, go watch last week's video, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago. I will list it above and in the description box down below, but it's a what I eat in a day, eating high protein, all whole foods, no protein powders, no bars, no gimmicks, just real whole foods. So you can check that out. I tell you guys exactly how I think about building my plate. And then in today's video, obviously I'm sharing with you how I prep and plan so that I have the foods already on hand. It makes life so much easier. It makes eating healthy easier. It just makes life so much easier when you can plan ahead. Now, I would love to say that I am somebody who sits down at the end of the week and I meal plan every single meal that I'm gonna have Monday through Friday or Monday through all week long. But I'm just, one, I'm not that kind of a person. I have tried doing that. It's not for me. And 2, the times that I did plan, okay, Monday we're having chicken, Tuesday we're having, you know, steak or whatever. My family's not the kind of family that's like, yep, sure, whatever you want to make, mom. Like they're very opinionated about what we're having, which I actually really appreciate because I don't like having all of the mental load of what are we we gonna eat for dinner tonight? And then nobody being happy. So I'm gonna tell you guys how I do it in hopes that maybe that this resonates with you and that this is helpful for you. I have 10 go-to meals that I know all of the ingredients of. I know how to make them. They're 30 minutes or less. I know everything about them. And those are the ones that I keep on my phone. I've created a folder on my phone that's like recipes that we love. And honestly, if you are looking for something like that, one, I have a bunch of really great recipes on my website, charlenetown.com, under Fuel Your Body. I have a bunch of recipes. They're completely free. And then I also have Empower Your Plate, my high protein recipe ebook. It's linked in the description box down below. It has all of my favorite high protein meals. It's got breakfast, lunch, dinner ideas. I think there's like 50 plus recipes or something like that in there. It's really fantastic. But I'm going to share with you how I think about it before I go grocery shopping. I do like to sit down with my family before I go grocery shopping, like typically the night before I go grocery shopping. And I just say, hey guys, what are we feeling like this week? My daughter and my husband both have a say of like, okay, well, we would, tacos sound really good, or Liv loves steak. She went through a fish phase and we ate a lot of salmon, right? But the biggest thing is I center it around a protein, right? So if Liv's like, okay, I want to have tacos. Okay, well, what kind of tacos do you want to have? Do you want to have ground beef tacos? Do you want chicken street tacos? Do you want carne asada tacos? Like, what kind of tacos do you want? So we talk about what kind of meals we're going to have. And then I think about the protein first. So I'm always thinking, I've got a list of ideas for what I can make out of chicken breasts or chicken thighs, ground beef, pork, steak, whatever. I'm going to put up a slide right here that you can screenshot easily that has a list of meal ideas based on the proteins, okay? Because this is really helpful for me. I know that regardless to what my family says, if they're like, I have no idea what I want to eat this week, whatever, I'm like, okay, if I go to Costco and I buy, a 3-pack of chicken, a 3-pack of ground beef, and a steak, typically it's tri-tip, right? I know for a fact that out of that chicken, I can make pumpkin curry. We can do barbecue chicken with steamed vegetables and a salad. We can do chicken street tacos. We can do so much stuff with chicken. With the ground beef, I can do ground beef tacos, hamburgers, Cuban picadillo. We're actually making that tonight. If we do steak, I know for a fact when I get a tri-tip, we're gonna make tri-tip with steamed veggies and maybe some mashed potatoes or roasted sweet potatoes. And then we're gonna do some kind of a veggie or a salad with it. But then that's day one. Day two with that, we'll have leftover tri-tip tacos, or Doug will make a sandwich, like a tri-tip sandwich or something. You know what I mean? Like, you just kind of get into this rhythm. But the beautiful thing about having 10 go-to meals, one, it frees up space in your mind because you're like, okay, if I have these proteins in my house, so any given day, I can be like, hey guys, what are we feeling like for dinner tonight? Liv will be like, tacos, mom. I'm like, okay, ground beef tacos. I can pull out a pack of ground beef from the freezer. It'll thaw by the time I get home. Honestly, ground beef tacos takes 10 minutes max to make. So quick, so easy. And that is my style. Doug, my husband, is the kind of guy that wants to look up really extravagant recipes. He wants to try new things. He wants to do like all the ingredients. I swear to God, he's like 50 ingredients in everything he makes. I'm like 5. I want the quickest, easiest meal because by the time I get to the end of my day, my brain is done. I am tired. I don't have the mental capacity to come up with a new recipe all the time, right? Obviously, my 10 recipes will shift, throughout the seasons and based on what we have. But I know that if I have chicken, ground beef, steak in my freezer, I can make something that everybody's gonna like. And then after I think about the protein, I think about, okay, well, what do I think that we're gonna eat this week? If we do beef tacos, I always add bell pepper and zucchini into my meat to make sure that I'm boosting, one, the fiber, but also getting those veggies in for Liv. I make a pumpkin chicken curry berry, all the vegetables, right? Carrots, butternut squash, bell peppers, zucchinis, green onions, like peas, so many different veggies I can throw into that dish, and then chicken, obviously. So I think of the veggies. Typically the veggies that I'm buying are gonna be bell peppers, zucchini. We love different kinds of squash, so we'll do spaghetti squash, we'll do butternut squash. We've been doing delicata a lot. We do roasted sweet potatoes. We'll do French fries out of regular potatoes or sweet potatoes. You know what I mean? So like if I just have these kinds of things in my fridge and my freezer, I can easily throw something together with all of the things that I have, if that makes sense. And I'm always trying to be like, okay, well, what can I add to this meal? So how can I add more veggies? How can I add more greens? I always add greens into my soup because they wilt into the soup. It's a great way to get a little bit more fiber, more micronutrients into my meals. So I invite you to create a list. And for a long time, I just had it in my cell phone. I make my grocery shopping list, and at the top of my grocery shopping list, I will put meal ideas of like, okay, this sounds like it would be really good. We went through a phase of making zucchini lasagna. Love zucchini lasagna. One, it's a ton of different veggies. That's also ground beef. Takes a little bit more prep because you have to make the zucchini noodles, but it's so good. I love that so much. Liv went through a phase of really loving it and then not. We should probably rotate it back in and see if she'll eat it again. We love, especially during the winter, we do a lot of soup and crock pot kind of things, whether that's carne asadas tacos, pot roast is so good. So my biggest suggestion on the how to create your meals is start with your protein first. What protein are you going to be putting on your plate, whether that's breakfast, lunch, or dinner? So when I'm thinking about breakfasts, I'm thinking, okay, I need ground chicken. I like making ground chicken patties to add to my breakfast because 2 eggs is not enough. So I think about, adding 3 2-ounce chicken patties to my plate. I've posted a video that showed 2 different chicken patty recipes. I will link that above and in the description box down below. But I think about, okay, I'm gonna put chicken patties and 2 eggs. That's anywhere from 30 to 50 grams of protein, depending on what kind of chicken patties I make. Sometimes my chicken patties have a little bit less protein in them because they have a little bit of sweet potato in them. That's totally fine for me. I typically eat leftovers for lunch, so that's pretty easy because it's whatever protein we had the night before. I make sure to eat that for lunch. And then I just throw vegetables around that, right? I try to include as many different vegetables as I can because the more variety, the better. And honestly, just bulking up those meals with extra handful or 2 of greens is really beneficial for your digestion, for helping your hormones. But yeah, building your meals around your protein. And then when you go to the grocery store, think about that first. What proteins am I going to have? And Costco just makes it so easy with their individual packs. I'm telling you, it was a lifesaver. So that's how I do it. I really hope this video was beneficial for you. I hope it was really helpful for you. If it was, please let me know in the comments down below. Also share with us what's your favorite go-to weeknight meal that you like making for you and your family or just for yourself, because we want all of the ideas we can get here. If this video was helpful for you or you enjoyed it, it would mean the world to me if you would like and subscribe to these videos, share this video with a friend. It just really helps support my channel, and I'm trying to grow this year. And that's it for today's video. Let me know if you guys have any video requests in the description box down below. If you guys need help with anything or just support with anything, let me know in the comments down below. I would love to film that for you. And that's it for today's video. I will see you guys next Thursday. I love you. Bye.